to Enlightened World Network, where we offer guided meditations every day. And today we're honored to have Ansley Weller on our show, A Meditation a Day. Hi, Ansley.
Hi, Sue. Hi, everyone. Great to be here. Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you for joining us. We're so looking forward to your meditation. And would you like to say anything about it and share something?
Absolutely. So, I uh I was inspired to create this meditation for all of you because so much of what we're doing at the Enlightened World Network is reaching enlightenment. Now, the thing about reaching enlightenment is at first it comes as just a glimpse, and it might be, some people feel like a glimpse of enlightenment maybe once a year or a few times a year. Then maybe it's once a week, then maybe it's once a day, and then maybe it's several moments a day. And the more that we practice reaching states and stages of consciousness that reflect enlightenment, the more we can practice holding those spaces for longer and longer. And when we're not in those spaces, we can have the awareness, hey, I'm not in that state of enlightenment right now, and I want to be. How do I get there? And how do I stay there? And how do I know if I'm there? And how do I know if I'm not there? And if I'm not there, how do I get there as quickly as possible? And so I created a resurrection meditation. It's okay to have states and stages of creation, resurrection, destruction. It's okay. We need all of it. So this is a very holistic mindset and approach. But where we have the choice is, how long do we want to stay in the unreality? How long do we want to stay in the chaos, the disharmony, the destruction? They are inevitable states and stages of being in consciousness. We're human, it's part of being human. But really, how do we get to experience more of reality, more of enlightenment? How can we resurrect from the material dimensions into the spiritual dimensions and stay there? And how can we navigate dealing with all these other people and our rendezvous with one another? What do we do to help pull them into our field? And going how do we avoid going down and believing some of their states and stages that may not be what we want to experience? So thank you, everyone. So that is what this meditation is about, is how to resurrect out of the third dimension into the fourth and fifth dimensions and beyond, the sixth, the seventh, the eighth, the ninth, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th. So the more we practice individually, because hey, we all came into this world alone and we're going to leave this world alone, and we're all responsible for our own enlightenment and our own liberation and our own alignment. But it would be very lonely if we didn't have humans and nature and animals and just all the things that are part of this life, this human experience, to reflect us back to us. So that's something else to keep in mind today as we're meditating together, is that this mantra of all of it is you. All of it is you. And when you can take more accountability and more responsibility for what you're experiencing and what you're creating, um, you can accept even the darkness in other people as a projection of your own psyche. And you can you can have compassion for those more ignorant states and stages of consciousness and being, those more ignorant or immature aspects of ourselves, um, because we are always a blend of so many different aspects, our ancestors, our neighborhoods, our family members. um, there's so much at play that is encoded in our DNA. And really the only way out is through. So this is sort of an opportunity to suspend any disbelief about anything that's happening. You know, I come from a a background with film, and I tend to see my life like a movie. So I ask myself, why is this in my movie? Why is this in my movie? Why? Like, I know that for my character to change, pressure is going to have to be applied to turn this lump of coal into the multifaceted, multidimensional, embodied diamond that I am, that source designed me to be, that the creator designed me to be. Um, that can't just be a theory. I'm every day I'm chipping away more of who I am not. And the way that that is chipped away, those aspects need to fall away, and the transformation from the coal into the diamond has to occur. The only way that can occur is if pressure is applied. And so I get to experience other versions of my psyche, and I get to practice my spiritual principles on a daily basis with whatever people manifest into my life. And of course there's the usual suspects, those soul contracts, um those people that you've made an agreement with, that hey, we're in the same family, we're, you know, people that you bring children into the world with, people that you brought into the world as children. There some people that are in our lives, we know we're going to be dealing with them on a daily basis or a monthly basis or a weekly basis, but we don't always know which aspect of them that we're going to be dealing with, because intimacy, into me, you see, when you really get to know someone, you're really walking with them, you're really doing life with them, you're going to awaken to more of their shadow, you're going to awaken to more of your shadow. And when that happens, it's like you everyone is dynamic. Every character in our life is dynamic. You never know what the scene and the setting is going to bring out of another person. We don't always even know what our light or our darkness or our shadow or our integrated embodied persona aspect archetype is going to bring out of another person. And to get into a state of improvisation, of the flow state, of a meditated state when these things happen, and to just kind of get curious about, hey, why is this in my movie? And to take responsibility for what we are experiencing. And we don't always like the medicine that we're given. We don't always like the initiations that our characters, that our souls are given. And that's okay. That's okay. we don't always like all the medicine that's good for us. When you're first learning to drink juices, when you're first learning to, that food plays such a big part of enlightenment. Um, and you start to want to consume things that are alive and not dead, like juices and vegetables and greens and fruits and high alkaline, high vibrational food, even if it's just drinking enough water. When that happens, um, you basically um, you basically are making those choices to, to stay in that alignment. So, okay, well, let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and set an intention for a resurrection. We're setting an intention for a resurrection. Close your eyes, sit up straight, keep your spine straight, and let your breath lead you into a meditative state. No matter what's going on, you are responsible for your own nervous system. No matter what's going on, if you have a calm nervous system, the people around you, their nervous systems will link up with your nervous system and regulate. So we can self-regulate and we can help others self-regulate. Our presence can quite literally calm someone down. Our presence can quite literally turn a demon into an angel. Our love, our presence can turn sickness into health. Our love, our presence, our truth, our individuality can help someone resurrect, get up, rise like a phoenix, rising from the ashes 1,000 times, not 1 or 2 times, rising 1,000 times over and over and over again. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Perhaps today you woke up in a strange new movie. Think about the last time you had a bad day. Think about the last uncomfortable moment that you had. A strange new movie, something that you hadn't yet really experienced. And just remember that sometimes the new doesn't feel great. It feels uncomfortable. It feels messy. It feels there's anxiety there. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. When there's new developments in your life, perhaps you're bittersweet. You're bitter and you're sweet at the same time. Hold the paradox, embrace the paradox. It's okay. It's okay to hold both states and stages of being and consciousness at the same time. Perhaps you're on a new team. Will they receive me on this new team, in this new group, on this new community, on this new tribe, this new ecosystem that I'm part of? Perhaps you're not sure they'll know you on this new team. So you're bittersweet. So now we surrender. We get self out of the way. We put our hands in the air and we let go. We let go of the need to control. We let go of the anxiety. We let the divine step in. We hit our knees, we throw up our hands so we can feel safe, so we can feel confident. Perhaps we close our eyes and we meditate. Initially, we're trying to get them to understand. When will you understand why I don't feel safe? But guess what? The divine is in control. The divine is in control. The divine is in control. The same divine that is has built this entire universe, this entire multiverse, that has the moon come up and the sun go down and the sun come up and the moon go down and the waves, the tides coming in and out, that has the planets orbiting in perfect order. That power, that force, that presence, that force that has the birds fly in a perfect formation, that has the whales migrate at just the right time, that force that has a mother bird make a perfect nest and take care of her baby birds. The divine is always showing itself to us. The divine is always showing us back to us. So sometimes we need to learn from the animals, learn from nature, and align and attune with source, not just when there's a crisis, but on a daily basis, whenever there's a slight annoyance, not when there's something that we know we can't control, like an accident or something that we know we need the divine for. But what if we let the divine in to more aspects, times when we're annoyed, times when we're angry, times when we feel disrespected? What if we let the divine in and get self out of the way? Breathe in, breathe out. Come back into your body. Sometimes when we behave in a way where we're not exhibiting self-control, we're having personal sense. We're taking someone else's behavior personally and we're reacting. It's because we're in a state of disassociation where we're in a trigger trauma induced space where we are hypnotized and mesmerized by fear, by the perception that we're being shamed or that things are not okay. So we speak to those parts of ourselves. We love those parts of ourselves. We accept those parts of ourselves that are scared, that are feeling nervous that the light is shining on them. They're feeling nervous by being witnessed. Oh no, someone's going to discover that I'm not perfect. Oh no. We need a new moment. We need the medicine of a new moment if we're going to resurrect, if we're going to be that phoenix that's been burned, that's rising out of the ashes, not once or twice, but 1,000 times. Breathe in, breathe out. The way that you can connect to the divine is through your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. There's only one you. Everyone else is taken. Let's find your unique soul blueprint today. And that comes from exposing more of yourself, awakening to more of yourself, accepting more of your humanity, more of your light, more of your greatness, more of your darkness. Know that life's not happening to us, it's happening through us. Making the choice. Life loves me. Life loves me. Releasing our resistance, letting go of the fear that we're holding on to. Life loves me. Let the real remain, may the false fall away. May the real remain, let the false fall away. May the real remain, let the false fall away. May the real remain, let the false fall away. You, dear ones, precious ones, you have the power to change the movie. You are the director of the movie. You are the producer of the movie. You are the writer of the movie, and you are also the star of the movie. And your life is this movie. You are allowed to change. You are allowed to jump timelines. You don't have to be the character that you've been playing. If you're feeling depressed, it's perhaps because you don't want to play this character anymore. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Let the divine step in. This is reality. This is more reality. This state of harmony, this state of stillness with our eyes closed, where we're going general, where we're dropping all the stories that we are so afraid of telling ourselves, like, I'm not enough, I'm not lovable, I'm always going to be alone, I'm never going to make it, I'm never going to be as successful as I want. Drop all those stories because those are not true. We can stop the craving for more, stop the constant need to escape, the constant need to numb, the constant need to run away. Breathe in, breathe out. Destruction is inherent in the act of creation. Destruction is inherent in the act of creation. The dissolving must occur. The dissolution must occur so something new can be born. Fear not, be not afraid of any destructions, of any disintegrations, of any discombobulations. How quickly do you want to rise? How quickly do you want to be put back together again? Humpty Dumpty fell off the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses, all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. But the divine could. The divine would. Source could. Source would, if source was sought. How free do you want to get? How liberated do you want to get? How enlightened do you want to get? Don't go around fire expecting not to sweat. Don't go around fire that expecting not to sweat. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Watch and pray. Watch the movie change. It changes here first, in your body, in your cells, in your nervous system. Let in the love. There is a science to love. It's in operation. There's a science to love. It's in operation. So keep your heart open. No matter what. This is a permission slip to keep your heart open no matter what, because love is the force that picked me up. Love is the force that fills my cup. Divine love, not human love, divine love with a capital L. Breathe in, breathe out. Let love resurrect you. Let love put you back together again. Fear not the destruction. Fear not the initiation. Fear not the flame. Learn to tame the flame. Learn to tame the force, the power. Just you observing something changes it. So if you don't like what's in your movie, watch and pray and watch that movie change. Watch that person change. That's behaving badly. That's not soaring the way you'd like to soar. That's not flying the way you'd like to fly. Maybe you're the one who's not soaring and flying in someone else's movie. Maybe you're the downer, the Debbie Downer. Not because you're bad. Sometimes we are the villain in someone else's movie, and sometimes we are the hero. Breathe in, breathe out. Sorry about the dogs. This is a great chance to practice what we're doing here. So that's cacophony, that's disharmony, right? We don't have to let anything interrupting our movie or our meditation frazzle us. We don't need to blame anyone either. Because guess what? There's always another wave coming. You missed a wave, there's always another one coming. Soul surfer, consciousness surfer, there's always another wave coming. So meet me at the water. where all our dreams come true, because there is another wave coming. Your board is your mantra. Let the real remain, may the false fall away. Let the real remain, may the false fall away. What is real? The love is what is real. The love is what is real. The appreciation is always real. The gratitude is always real. The eternal, immortal aspect is always real. People may not always remember everything you said, but they will always remember the way you made them feel. Breathe in, breathe out. Did you see them through the eyes of love, through the eyes of Source? You, dear one, you have the power to help regulate another person's nervous system. You never know how the universe is going to use you. When you elevate in consciousness, the universe finds a way to use you instantaneously. You will be tested so that you can really shift into a new state and stage of being, a new role. You may get a phone call. Someone that normally never asks for your advice is asking for your advice. Or maybe you get asked to do a job, or there's always evidence of your work. You will see evidence of the work that we are doing here today. We're doing deep, deep group metaphysical work. Because it's not always going to be easy finding your unique soul blueprint. Don't go around fire expecting not to sweat. Don't go around fire expecting not to sweat. When you try to leave the matrix, it may try to get you back. It may try to use fear to get you back. And you got to say no. I'm getting on that board and I'm riding that wave into shore. I don't care if I fall off my board. I'll get up and do it again. I know another wave is coming. I know another opportunity is coming. I know there's another door to walk through. I know there's another portal to walk through. Back to the breath, dear ones. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the nose. If you need to let your breath out through the mouth, go for it. Take a nice deep breath. Fill your lungs completely. And then slowly, like a snake, push your breath out through your mouth as evenly and slowly as you can. You can make this snake sound if you want, like a tire letting out air or a balloon letting out air. Go all the way to the bottom of your diaphragm. It's going to get uncomfortable. Stand in the discomfort and stand. Hold the breath. Hold it, hold it, hold it. It's going to feel very uncomfortable. Go ahead and release the breath. Let it all out. In order to experience the relief, the discomfort has to be held, like the plank position, like doing a push-up, doing 100 push-ups. Breathe in, breathe out. Sometimes your character is going to have to speak in a way that's appropriate for the audience. When you have a practice, you will be more ready to be used by the divine. I think we all want to be effective. I think we all want to have effective communication. I think we all want to make an impact. I think we all want to make a difference. I think we all want to be used by the divine. That's what's going to be satisfying. That's what's going to let love guide us. Peace is ours whether there's storm or sunshine. We can have peace no matter what. And sometimes we have to be sensitive to who we're speaking to, or who we're looking at, or who we're engaging with. I met a 911 operator the other day. I said, thank you. Thank you for being a 911 operator. That must be an interesting job. And you can offer someone the gift of really hearing them and repeating back to them what was said. And sometimes you have to speak in someone else's state and stages. You have to go in and find them where they're at and walk them out of the crisis. Walk them home, so to speak, as Ram Dass talks about. We're all walking each other home at night. We're all just walking each other home at night. Ram Dass. Breathe in, breathe out. Let there be destruction. Don't worry about it when it arises. Sometimes things have to fall apart so they can be put back together again. Sometimes the matrix must dissolve for us to arrive into the new realm, the new dimension, the higher plane. Don't listen to the matrix. Don't be afraid of it. Don't listen to the illusions. Don't get mesmerized by the sickness. Don't get mesmerized by the fear. Don't get mesmerized by the shame. Don't get mesmerized by the embarrassment. Don't get mesmerized by hatred or even a slight annoyance. Marianne Williamson says that on the other side of a slight annoyance is the root, which is wrath. Breathe in, breathe out. Take responsibility. If you're feeling angry, let it be. It's like seeing something on your gas tank, that your gas tank is empty. Oh wow, I'm angry. Does that mean my boundaries are being violated? It doesn't mean I need to act on my anger. It doesn't mean I need to make it worse, but it's information. I got to go put gas in my tank. I got to go meditate. I got to stop, drop, and meditate. I'm getting too specific with my negativity. I'm creating movies in my head that are negative. I got to meditate. I got to go general. I got to get still. I got to be still and know that all is well, and watch the movie change. Loves the frequency. I can alchemize. See, we're breathing in deep right now together, and we're alchemizing. More alkaline, less acid. We're taking care of our nervous systems, and that will allow us to care for others, even if we don't say a word. Sometimes it's better if we don't say a word and we just listen and hold space and rest our thought and rest our gaze on whoever's in front of us. Who is the universe putting in front of you now? Who is the universe putting in front of you now? Who is the universe putting in front of you now? Breathe in, breathe out. Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this work together? This is an invitation. This is a call to create the future with integrity. To know that we are constantly constantly creating meals, creating moments, creating magical movie moments, creating even sometimes we're creating suffering and we gotta stop. We're creating content, which is basically a form of art. But art is everywhere. Art is in the way you look at your child or your friend. Art is picking up the phone and being present for your friend who's calling you. It's not taking your loved ones for granted just because they're always there, just because you see them every day. It's responding, not reacting, even when there's a tricky moment. Seeing through the illusion of the matrix, dissolving the matrix, and knowing that we don't experience what we want, we experience who and what we are, minute to minute, moment to moment. So there's always something you can do to get a different result. Often you just need to rest, slip into a meditation, press the play on an enlightened world network experience or meditation. We're doing this so we can create the future with integrity and let go of the past so that the karmic cycles and families are broken this far and no farther. We can recognize, oh, I see what's happening here. No, not today. We're doing it this way today. With love, with care, with attention, with presence. Oh, I see what's happening here. I'm going to embrace the discomfort. And I'm going to let it guide me to the next opportunity, to the next rendezvous, to the next interaction. It's okay to be me. It's safe to be me. Everyone else is taken. I'm supposed to be this way. You're supposed to be this way. You've been designed this way. Your mess is your message. It's safe to be you. Even if sometimes people don't give you the validation that you're looking for, maybe they're even alienating you or antagonizing you. That's okay. What you'll find from very many very successful people, Eminem says, if you got haters, congratulations, you're doing something right. Not everyone's going to like you. Look at all the people that do resonate with you, and don't worry about the ones who don't. Trust that you've been perfectly cast to be here on the planet for such a time as this, and step into your role, even if it's not exactly what you wanted. If you're faithful over the few things you are given, you will be fitted to receive more. If you are faithful over the few things you are given, you will be fitted to receive more. So, what's yours? Which grass is yours? Water your own grass. Which grass is yours? Water the assignment that you've been given. The universe picked you for this assignment. Do it well. Do it well. Sometimes you're not the main character. Sometimes you're the supporting character. Sometimes you're the extra. All parts are important. Sometimes we have to play all of them. Sometimes we're behind the scenes. Sometimes we're in front of the camera. But do not fear destruction, because without it, you wouldn't be able to resurrect, so that a new you could be born, a new you could emerge. Do you want to grow quickly or slowly? These meditations are an acceleration for your growth. You're going to grow no matter what. But this could be a tool to grow faster. This is the mind pill. This is the heart pill. This is the medicine. Take it every day for a week. See what happens. Maybe listen to part of it every day for a week or two. Really get it in your subconscious so that you can lucid dream a little more in your movie. And you can wake up from the dream or wake up from the nightmare when you need to. I was in a nightmare just a week ago. My car ran out of gas in the middle of the road. Everyone was honking. I got out of the car, hoping no one would hit it. And I was tempted to shame myself for running out of gas. I said, nah, you just need to solve this problem. You don't have time to lament. And never lament. Never be embarrassed. You're human. Never be embarrassed. Actors go through a lot of training so that they aren't embarrassed. They can live out loud on screen. People can be an extension of people. And Light and World Network is an extension of you. Of me. I said, okay, all the cars are really mad. They're honking. I hope my car doesn't get totaled. Glad I got out of the car. I don't need to get into an accident today. And I just said, okay, this is when I get to apply everything I preach. Say no to the fear. All is infinite mind, all is its infinite manifestation. And I looked and I saw an orange cone in the parking lot. I took the cone. I became the conductor of the orchestra, of the symphony, in this nightmare. And I put it on top of my car. And as soon as I communicated to people with that orange cone, I needed to speak driver. People know what an orange cone means. I didn't put it on the street, I put it on top of the car so everyone could see it, even from far away, even though it's a short car. And the disorder and the destruction and the chaos became order. The confusion became order. The anger became calmness because everybody knew just what to do because of that orange cone. The car was fine. AAA came, put gas in the car. I said, thank you, Divine, that I didn't run out of gas in a place where it was a very busy intersection, but everyone could go straight, everyone could go left, and everyone could go right. Didn't matter that AAA took 45 minutes to get there. That's okay, even though it was an urgent rush. So sometimes trials are proof of the divine's love for us. And it's a way we learn through stories that we have, stories that we hear of things that happen to other people. There's always a solution. If you let the divine nudge you and guide you, and don't ever get violent with yourself. Watch the way you talk to yourself. Watch the way you talk or vibe others. Be very, very mindful. We're creating a new paradigm, a new earth, a new realm. And I'm here as living proof to say you can be part of another earth today or any day. I have lived on many versions of the society and the earth, and it's about finding the ones that are my most preferred and having the spiritual maturity to stay in the higher realms. It's not always easy in the higher realms, and coming down to the lower realms can be a lot harder. The higher you go, sometimes it's hard, but you know what? We go to the top of the mountain and we go down and into the town to help people in the town. We never turn our back. We're here to serve. We're here to help. But don't forget the mountain time space. And if you're down in the town, in the village, don't forget the mountaintop time. If you're up in the mountaintop a lot, you got to come back. It's just about finding the perfect balance. But you can move. Mind is what moves us. Love is what moves us. Being empowered and knowing we have many choices, infinite possibilities, that's what moves us. Vision is what moves us. Closing our eyes and getting still like today is what moves us. We're not moving right now, but we're moving mountains for ourselves and for all, because what blesses one blesses all. What we do for the one, we do for the whole ecosystem. And some people, you'll never know the fruit of your work and the impact it had on them. And often the universe will show you the impact it did. You'll get direct evidence sometimes, and sometimes you won't. Both are okay. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. We're going to return to the waking state. Close the circle. Thank you for meditating with us. Welcome back. Sue
Thank
has
you.
a nice big smile.
Thank you for reminding us of who we are and about how to walk gently on our journey. I mean, there were so many times that you said things that I thought, this is such a great reminder of what I'm doing every day and that I have community in that path.
Right. You're in the middle of it all.
Yeah.
You're in the middle of building the new world. So thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for these lifelines, these meditations. It's such a lifeline just to create it and co-create it. It's such a permission slip, it's such a blessing. And it moves me, it puts me in a different identity, it puts me in a different place. And to be able to tune in to someone else's white light experience is the relatedness and the reflection that I need. So we're definitely helping people have more radical reliance on all power. And the enlightenment journey can be scary sometimes, so it really helps to have our community, our sangha. So I'm really grateful for this network, this global network, this community, and all these healers and light workers that I've gotten to connect with through this network.
And we're grateful to have you a part of us. And for every time you've shared with us, it's just been so lovely. And we really appreciate your bringing this to us as a network and with our community. Yeah.
For having
You're welcome. Well, everyone,
me.
we're going to sign off for today, but do come back. We have shows on Facebook and YouTube, and we've got energy healings and meditations and some great community where people talk and they share. So do come back and take care. We hope you have a good day. Bye-bye.
Hey, everyone.